everybody, welcome back to an episode of the 3 Count. I am War Machine MJ. He's Dicky.
Hey, what's up?
And we hope you guys had a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever the fuck you celebrate. Hope you had a good one.
Yep.
Oh, I sure had a good one Christmas Eve. Me and Mainstream both, but yeah, I had to deal with family the next day with a hangover.
That sounds like a hell of a lot of fun.
Oh, God, it is. Anyway, we're here today to talk about the Christmas Day episode,
The Christmas Eve edition.
The Christmas Eve edition of Raw, the Christmas Day edition of Smackdown Live.
Yeah, now we shall warn you that they taped this in advance last week because most of the talent, if not all the talent, pretty much had a whole week off, so they just went ahead and put this in the can. Honestly, I thought Raw was okay.
It was a fun show.
Yeah.
Like, it's a Christmas show, of course. Everything's going to be, all fun and games, mayhem and mischief, all that.
Yeah, honestly, nobody's really going to care about, these shows being that they were taped in advance. But anyway, let's just go ahead and roll out the Christmas Eve edition of Raw.
Ooh, your book club. They want to chat with you.
Oh, well.
Ooh.
Well, I can chat with them later. Anyway, we'll start off the show with a Miracle on 34th Street.
Yeah, Miracle on 34th Street fight between Elias and show me your butt, Bobby.
The almighty Bobby Lashley.
Show me your butt, Lashley. Your favorite pose, show me your butt.
Oh
show me that butthole.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this was a fun match.
Yeah, I thought this match was going to be pretty whack. I mean, they had all the tools and utensils that you could possibly think of.
Yeah, and Leo Rush was there.
Yeah.
Tools.
Yeah, they had Christmas trees and boxes to
Fire
make
extinguishers.
Fire extinguishers.
Bowling balls.
They had Legos.
Best spot of them all, Lego spot.
Yeah, let's talk about that Lego spot.
Yeah.
Lashley was going for a suplex, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was a superplex.
Yeah.
And I think Elias hit something, and Bobby Lashley went to those Legos.
Mm-hmm. He still had a Lego on his back.
Yeah.
And Corey Graves was like, "You ever stepped on the Lego? That stuff hurts."
Oh,
it does hurt.
yes.
That stuff really, really hurts.
I think they did a Lego spot at Joey Janela's spring break this year.
Yeah.
One of the 2 years he's done it.
Yeah, I saw a video where they did that in a backyard wrestling type event.
Best kind of wrestling is backyard wrestling.
And they did a Lego spot in the ring. But anyway, Elias ended up getting the victory. Well, before that, Leo Rush went through the table full of food.
Yeah.
And he had the punch thrown on his head. So, yeah.
They got pied and punched. He got punched in... It sounds dirty. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, he got hit with a pie, and then he's got a punch bowl dumped on him.
Yeah, but again, Elias ended up getting the victory. The next match was for the Raw Tag Team Championships. It was the glorious one, Bobby Roode, and his glorious partner, Chad Gable, taking on the Revival.
Now, the Revival has started turning a corner.
Yeah.
Like they've started, their stock is slowly elevating.
Yeah, we were just talking about this off camera, like, the Revival have had quite the shitty year. I mean, even Jim Cornette talked about that on Jericho's podcast this week, and he mentioned, how he was a fan of theirs, and, if you go back to, like, the 80s, stuff like that,
yeah,
Jim Cornette was one of the best managers of that time, and, arguably one of the greatest managers ever. If the Revival were in that time and he was their manager, they'd be on top easily.
They'd be booked to the moon. They'd be booked as strong as the Brainbusters.
Yes, or
the Rock and Roll Express.
Or the Midnight Express. But anyway, hopefully this is a sign where the Revival will have a revival.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
What? Perfect pun intended.
Yeah, they'll have a rebirth, if you will. And, they definitely need a spark because, like I said, the way that their 2018 has gone is just But I actually thought this was a good match.
And boy, this was a spark to reignite that. It was such a good match.
Yes, I did like that spot where they did the suplex on Gable and Wilder flipped over for the pin.
Yeah.
That was real cool. But Gable and Rude, they are still your Raw Tag Team Champions. I've somewhat come on a 180 with these two. I still don't like it, but, you know, it's good that they put another belt on Bobby Roode and they're kind of doing something with him. You can still see that heel turn right around the corner because I think it's going to happen sooner than later.
Now, this might not be the end of the road for these two teams because they made a specific point on commentary to point out that Chad Gable pinned the wrong man.
Yeah, they're doing that again. Didn't they do that with the B team?
Did that with the B team. They did that with the Usos. They have done it multiple times early this year, but at least now this makes more sense since they're starting to tone back on the rematch clauses.
Yeah, because, I mean, you could kind of see that. I think they're going to keep stretching this out a little further. But, yeah, the Revival, they definitely had a pretty good showing in this match. And, again, Rude and Gable are still your champs.
Yeah.
The next match, we had a triple threat match involving Drew McIntyre, Dolph Ziggler, and the leader of Balor Club, Finn Balor.
This was a pretty good match.
Yeah, it was.
Like, this is one reason to care about some of the Christmas episodes is sometimes they'll put on some good, some good shows.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, a lot of people don't really care about the shows being as, Christmas and New Year's, but other than that, they have some good stuff, some eye-openers, if you will.
Yeah.
Honestly, I agree, this was a good match. If I'm not mistaken, Ziggler won?
No, Balor won.
Balor won.
Because he took out Ziggler.
Yeah.
And then Drew McIntyre launched a post-match beatdown on Ziggler, which Ziggler actually put an end to with a zigzag.
Yeah. And next week on Raw, on the New Year's Eve edition of Monday Night Raw, they will go at it in a steel cage match.
Well, while we're on that subject, yeah, it was decreed by Mr. McManta Claus.
Yeah.
That next week we will get steel cage between Drew and Dolph. Next week will also be the return of John Cena.
Or should I say JBL 2.0?
Yeah, JBL 2.0. And we have now been confirmed the WWE Women's Tag Team titles.
It's about motherfucking time they did this.
Actually, it's past about motherfucking time.
Yes. Now, granted, they did this back in the day, way back when. But here in the modern era, our time, this is the first time ever we will have Women's Raw Tag Team Champions. And, the women's division as a whole, not just Raw, SmackDown, NXT, etc., the women's division is getting a lot deeper, a lot stronger. You got teams like Bayley and Sasha, the Hug and Boss Connection. I can't believe I'm saying that, but yeah. The Riot Squad, you have the Iconics, you have, you could have a mixture of, say, like, on SmackDown, Naomi and, Carmella.
What the fuck ever.
Yeah. Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. I mean, you got a list of people, you got a list of teams out there that could really make the tag team women's division something special. And hopefully they'll do right by these women. And I'm just curious to see what these belts look like.
Yeah, I mean, you hit the key word there, vast, because, the division as a whole across all brands is so vast, there are some people that just can't leave the fucking vacuum.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like Tamina, or Dana Brooke.
Nia Jax.
Well, she was a champion.
Yeah, I mean, the title reign was kind of shite. I mean, it was a cool moment that she won at WrestleMania, but after that, her title reign was kind of shite. At least it wasn't Jinder Mahal level type shite.
At least they stuck with that plan for more than just a month or two. With Nia Jax, they didn't know what the fuck they wanted to do with her. It was being a victim of bullying to being a bully.
Mm-hmm. If you think about it in hindsight, that was pretty much it. It was like, you have this match, you're facing the champion, you're being bullied, but then you get to WrestleMania, and now you're the bully.
No. she picked up the title at Mania, and that's where
Well, after WrestleMania, she became the bully.
she became the bully. It's just,
And then she constantly did like the heel face turn. She's like, a lot of people compare it to the Big Show.
yeah,
So it's kind of, no disrespect. I'm kind of glad they've dialed down on her a bit.
yeah. They kind of just
Hey, you've had your moment. So yeah.
after the man kicked her ass at TLC.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
we move on to a 6-woman tag team match.
Speaking of Mickie James and Dana Brooke.
It was Dana Brooke, Mickie James, and Alicia Fox taking on Sasha, Bayley, and Ember Moon.
Yeah, this was a fun little distraction match. I guess you could call it that.
Yeah, I really wasn't interested in this match, but it was good that these 6 women were on the show doing something.
Yeah.
Afterwards, the Riot Squad made a statement because they're coming for those tag team titles. They took out Ember Moon, Sasha, and Bayley.
I hope they give Riot Squad more of an edge.
You know what? There are a lot of people that they need to do more with come 2019. The Riot Squad being one of them.
I mean, what's Riot Squad's character? Just 3 chicks that like tearing shit up? And if you look at them individually, Ruby Riot's the only one with depth.
True.
I mean, Sarah Logan, they can spit out all this Viking shit that they can about her. Still doesn't mean a damn thing if she's out there constantly getting her ass beat or putting on mediocre performances.
And then Liv Morgan, if she's not going through the table like she did at TLC.
Her hair is just going through rainbow colors.
And her tongue.
And her tongue, too.
Yeah.
It's just, Ruby Riot's the only one out there killing it. The other 2 are getting killed.
Yeah. It's like Ruby Riot, and it's like...
It's just like light years between them.
Yeah, it's like the other 2 are like in the background. It's kind of like the group Destiny shot. It's like Beyonce and all the other members are down here.
I mean, give the Riot Squad in its entirety some edge to them.
Yes.
Stop making them chicks that go around, just messing shit up. Have them go around, beat people's ass for no reason.
And that's why you call them the Riot Squad, because they want to cause a riot in the women's division. Not just, hey, we're just going to go rip stuff off the wall and cut people's ties up. And
we don't want to make a splash. We want to make a whole freaking tsunami.
Right. Anyway, moving on. Paul Heyman came out there for a promo.
Yeah, funny story. Apparently there was a botch on the at the live version of this. Because Paul Heyman comes out there and he sings his own rendition of Silent Night. He's out there basically downplaying Braun Strowman, upplaying Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
But at the live version, he starts singing into the mic. The mic wasn't working. So, he's beating it, testing it, beating it some more, and it finally starts working. Picks up the mic and he says, well, apparently the tech guy is from Sacramento. The crowd just kind of, they got a reaction out of it, basically.
Yeah. I can kind of tell throughout the show they kind of edited the noise. I mean, being that they taped 6 hours of this stuff, and I even heard where the hard camera is.
Yeah.
Most of that section was empty.
Yeah. I mean, they've been doing a lot of noise piping, especially with NXT UK.
Oh my God. We'll talk about that on the next episode.
Anyway, but yeah, Paul Heyman sung his version of Silent Night. Then he went to his Paul Heyman spiel where he says, oh, my beast can beat your beast, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman comes out there, puts a big red nose on Heyman, put antlers, and calls him the Red Nose Advocate. And then says, I'm going to beat Brock Lesnar at Royal Rumble once this elbow heals up.
Yeah.
Catch these hands. Let's move on.
Yeah. Anyway. Heath Slater was out there. He had a match against Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, short story here is Heath Slater won by disqualification because the Singh brothers got in there, jumped him. Santa Claus went in there, helped Heath Slater, turned out to be a Rhino.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Oh, I skipped the women's title match. Why did I skip that for that bullshit? The women's title match was on the line. Ronda Rousey defending against Natalya.
Another good match on this show.
Very, very good match. Natty was, I felt like they were basically playing up Natty had this momentum on her being her dad passed this year.
Yeah.
and she won the gauntlet last week. It turned out to be a really good match. The crowd was into it. I enjoyed it.
I love the story they were telling that match because Ronda was kind of taking it easy because she's a challenger, but she's still my friend.
Right, right. And Natalia, she was doing anything she could to get that women's championship. I do feel like she's going to end up turning on Ronda soon.
But do you think she'll pick up the belt?
Yes.
That'd be great.
That'd be awesome. Because, I mean, Natty, she's good. You know, she's been in the WWE for a while. But like we said, this was a really good match. And Ronda is still the baddest woman on the planet and still your Raw Women's Champion.
Yep.
And then we move on to the main event. Baron Corbin taking on Mr. Burn It Down, Seth freaking Rollins.
Now, regardless of how you feel about Baron Corbin, he puts on fantastic matches.
He does.
Because, I mean, his TLC match against Seth before TLC was a lot better than Seth's match at TLC.
Yes, it was. It was. Basically, they played up what happened last week or weeks prior, basically where Seth called him out, saying you're a shitty general manager, ratings have went down, crowd interest has been diminished, and the whole show, the whole brand itself sucks because of you, Baron Corbin. And this show has really gone down the tube under your watch.
Yeah. But yeah, this was a really good match. Let me ask you this while we're on the subject of Baron Corbin.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he is main title worthy?
Yes, but I wouldn't just throw him in the picture so quick.
Oh, no. I'm not saying like, as soon as the spot comes available. No, I'm just saying like slow build him.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, his character might be shit.
Yeah.
But he is fantastic in the ring and he puts on great matches.
He does. He really does. I mean, say what we will about Baron Corbin and his U.S. title. His general manager spiel.
Actually, character-wise, he's really good as a general manager.
It depends.
Like, he legitimately looked like he was out there having fun.
Yeah. I mean, I really didn't enjoy it much. But for the most part, it is what it is. I think Baron Corbin, if they put him back in his old character, without the dress stuff, because he kind of looks wonky wrestling in dress clothes.
I think it's too late for that because his hair's gone.
Yeah, but I mean,
does he honestly look worse than Corporate Kane?
No.
I mean, at least he's coming out there wearing more than just Sunday slacks.
Yeah, I mean, he's wearing slacks and...
He looks like a fucking substitute teacher.
Yeah, he really does.
Anyway, but Seth Rollins won over. No surprise there.
No surprise there. Then we move on to Smackdown Live.
This guy could ever pull up the results for Smackdown Live.
Yeah, that's the one thing I hate about pulling this up on the website. Anyway,
you're not even on the website. You're on the app.
Oh. Anyway, we start off the show with R-Truth Claus.
Truthy Claus.
And Carmella.
Carm Alpha.
Carm Alpha, yeah.
And need we say more about Carmella looking like a snack?
Carmella looked like a whole damn buffet.
Yeah. They went out there. They started... Well, okay, at first R-Truth was... he's trying to name the reindeer, but he started naming the Jackson 5.
Oh, my God.
Then, they tried to do a whole bit about 7-second Carol break, and R-Truth said, what, my Aunt Carol is here? Trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And then they did a 7-second Carol break with a hilariously bad and uncoordinated rendition of Jingle Bells.
Yeah, they were so off key. I kept flipping back and forth. I forgot what ball game was on, because they had 4 or 5 basketball games on, and they just kept singing off key, and I was just like, click.
Until the Grinch came out there in the form of Daniel Bryan.
Fickle. You know what? I agree with you. They should have put that on his nameplates instead of his name.
They should have.
They should just said Fickle on his nameplates.
Yeah.
Because that would have made so much sense, because he says it all the time.
Anyway, basically he comes out there and just basically strips down Christmas as commercialism, this, that, and the other.
Yeah, and he talks about how people's materialism is ruining the earth, so on and so forth, and then he beats up Truthie Claus.
Well, they go they divert that into talking about the Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm.
Because R-Truth, him and Carmella won the Mixed Match Challenge to number 30 in their respective Rumbles.
Oh, yeah, he did tell R-Truth, well, I don't think you can count to 30.
Yes, R-Truth said, when I win the Rumble, I'm going to go to WrestleMania if you're still champion.
Yeah, he did say that.
And Daniel Bryan's like, you can't even count to 30. And Truth and Carmella goes, oh, watch us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-second dance break. They start dancing, and then Daniel Bryan beats the shit out of him.
Yeah, he puts him in that heel lock.
Heel hook after chop blocking him several times.
Yeah, and Carmella, she's just standing there like screaming for him to stop. They finally break him away from R-Truth, and pretty much Daniel Bryan's just sending a statement like, this is my show now. I'm the champ.
And this won't be the last we hear of the goat-faced Grinch, because next up we had El Idolo.
Andrade Cien Almas taking on Mustafa Ali.
The former heart of 205 Live.
This was a really, really good match.
They are not doing anything wrong with Mustafa Ali yet.
Both guys just went out there and tore it up, being it was the first match of the show. And as far as I'm concerned, Mustafa Ali, he's going to make a really big splash on the Smackdown roster. And they made the right move by putting him on that brand.
Oh, definitely.
As far as Almas goes, do more with this guy.
Well, they're already doing more. He's finally got more TV time.
Besides that.
2 weeks in a row he gets TV. Wait.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row.
What did he do last week?
He was in that tag team match with Daniel Bryan.
It was the debut of Mustafa, right?
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row he's on TV.
But after that, where has he been?
On Safari.
Oh.
Anyway.
Mustafa Ali won with the 054.
Afterwards, Mustafa's walking through the backstage.
Yeah, this was later in the show.
Oh, this was later?
Yeah, where he was walking in the back and...
Yeah, well, we're already on this tangent. Let's go here.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's walking to the back, and then Tozawa, Spanky, and Cedric Alexander are hugging him, saying, great job, nice job. Then up comes Shelton Benjamin, which, for those of you who don't know, yes, he still works there.
Yes, we were all looking like, where has he been?
What's his name? Anyway,
Yeah.
he looks at him and goes, let me be the first to welcome you to Smackdown Live.
He shakes his hand. Daniel Bryan attacks him out of nowhere screaming, you don't belong here, you don't belong here. And I kept seeing something where apparently he might be challenging him for the WWE Championship.
While we're on this tangent, what if at WrestleMania we get, and I know this isn't going to happen, this is a long way from happening, what if we get Daniel Bryan defending the title against Brian Kendrick?
I would watch the fuck out of that.
I would, especially how they got them going now.
Yeah.
Daniel Bryan being like the ultimate heel, and then you got Brian Kendrick just basically reborn.
Yeah.
Oh, I would watch the fuck out of that.
That would be a match unexpected because, honestly, Brian Kendrick, he's way better than 205.
He is.
I would actually put him on Raw.
I would put him on SmackDown.
Some of these guys, not that we're saying the 205 roster is bad, but you look at guys like Mustafa Ali, Brian Kendrick, Cedric, Buddy Murphy, who's really made
Waves.
He's beyond waves. He's made a name for himself on 205.
Oh yeah.
And some of these guys, they definitely deserve to be on SmackDown, be on Raw. Hell, even NXT.
I feel like NXT's the step down though.
Yeah. Well, at least they're not on main event.
True.
Now that would be a step down.
Now I would actually send Mike Kanellis back to down to NXT.
Yeah, honestly, he should have started there.
Just because, I mean, they put him on main roster and they didn't do shit with him.
Well, he had some personal problems.
Well, he had some personal problems, yeah, but once he got over those and, once he got all of his family business out of the way, they still didn't use him.
Yeah.
And then said, oh, you're going 205 Live, and he comes back and he's jacked.
Yeah. And he's had somewhat of a mediocre run. Well, I take that back. He's had an okay run.
Yeah, for the time they've used him.
Yeah. But anyway.
But, yeah. But no, it's just like a lot of those 205 Live guys are better off on SmackDown. I know that just kind of makes the pool even bigger, but still.
Yeah, well, I feel like if you break them up, some of them would go to Raw, most of them would go to SmackDown.
Oh, I'd send Lucha House Party to Raw all day, every day.
Oh, they stay on Raw. Buddy Murphy would go on Raw.
Yeah.
Cedric, definitely SmackDown.
Gulak, I'd put him on SmackDown.
Oh, yes. Imagine the matches he would have with, like, AJ Styles or Jeff Hardy.
Or Daniel Bryan.
Holy shit.
That'd be like his Cruiserweight Classic against ZSJ all over again.
Yes. Anyway, let's move on to an 8-man tag. It was the Usos and the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson. Oh my god, they used these two on TV?
2 weeks in a row.
Taking on The Bar and Sanity.
2 weeks in a row, Sanity's on TV.
Holy shit.
Things are already starting to look up.
Oh my god.
Can we talk about the pancake elephant in the room? Because the New Day was out there for commentary.
Yes, and their damn announce table.
The best part about New Day was Biggie coming out there.
Yeah.
Oiling himself up. Even standing over by Corey, just oiling himself up.
Wow.
I fucking love the New Day. They're
This
great.
was a good match.
Oh yeah.
Gallows, Anderson, and Usos picked up the win. And again, it was shocking that 2 weeks in a row they've used Gallows and Anderson and the Insanity. I was going to say the Usos, but they constantly use them. Anyway, yeah. This was a decent match.
Oh, this was a great match. I loved it.
Yeah, hopefully they can do more with Gallows and Anderson. Put them in the title picture again. Because remember they had that shitty Raw Tag Team title run?
Yeah.
I forgot they were even Tag Team Champions.
I remember they were Tag Team Champions because they lost the belts in a triple threat to the Hardys at WrestleMania. Where, looking back on it, that's probably the smarter move because it was...
Wait, it was...
No, it was a Fatal 4-Way. That's what
it was. Enzo and Cass, The Bar, Gallows and Anderson, and then the Hardys came back.
Yeah, because who wanted to see Enzo and Cass as champs? We probably did. I can't remember. But looking back on it now, did we really need to see them as champions?
No.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. You know, we wanted to see them as champs in NXT. It's a good thing they never had the belts.
I don't know. Maybe in NXT they wouldn't have been dropped so hard.
Yeah, because they were the hottest tag team. They were one of the hottest tag teams at that time in NXT.
I mean...
Because you know, with them and Carmella, they were on fire.
Yeah. I mean, they weren't putting on spectacular matches like American Alpha or Revival.
Yeah.
But they did serviceable work.
Yeah. Yeah, until Enzo went his way. Big Cass had some problems this year. But
And then turned into Fat Cass.
yeah. Anyway, we'll move on to Miz TV. Miz TV, the Miz called out Shane McMahon because they want to become the best tag team in the world. The Miz, he wanted to play serious face because he talked about how his dad never says, "I'm proud of you."
It wasn't serious face. He was trying to tug them heartstrings. Cause
yeah. That's why I say he tried to play serious face. Because, like, he talked about, you know, every time his dad watches somebody else, he'd be like, "Oh, who's that guy? I like that person." Or, "Who's this girl? I like her." But he was like, you know, my dad, my whole life never told me, "I'm proud of you." Or, you know, when I had my WrestleMania moment, when I won the WWE title, he never told me how proud he was of me. And he was like, you know, "I'm proud of Shane." And I was just like, this is so fake. I'm pretty sure his dad tells him he's proud of him.
It's fake, but... Hey, could you really hate The Miz for that character work? Because that was fantastic.
Yeah. Because he tried to be all emotional and serious face.
Yeah. And two, I know I said A and then two, but anyway.
Yeah.
And second thing was, if we're looking at this from a much broader scope than just the storyline, it's pretty much Shane's relationship with Vince in a nutshell, behind the scenes.
Yeah. I mean, remember, Remember that scene they showed where Vince was hugging him after that match against The Undertaker at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
After he damn near killed himself?
Yeah.
I mean, that was like tongue-in-cheek, but at the same time, you could see, like, you know, he was proud of the hard work he did.
Yeah.
But I get your point.
And, you know, Steven Larson even pointed out on Going in Raw, they said, yeah, when the McMahons came out last week, and, you know, you had Stephanie came out there, she and Vince had a, you know, had a, what's the word I'm looking for? But, well, basically it's like a...
They had to embrace.
Yeah, they had an embrace.
Yeah.
Triple H comes out there, him and Vince had a embrace. And then him and Shane just had a awkward hug.
I thought I was the only one that noticed that because it's like, you know, Vince comes out there, he's hugging his daughter, he's hugging Triple H, like, yeah, what's up, bro? You know, we cool. And then Shane and Triple H go hug. It's like,
well, no, Vince and Shane. It's just like a really awkward hug.
I felt it was more awkward with Triple H and Shane because they looked like they really didn't want to hug each other. It was just like...
Oh, I didn't notice that part. I just...
Yeah, it's like,
yeah.
You know, Triple H did this and they introduced Shane. It was just like, do I really want...
Yeah, it's just...
It's like, it was one of those moments like, I really don't want to hug you, but let's just go ahead and get it over with.
And then you look at the four of them standing in the ring. Shane's on the outside.
Yeah. Yeah, he was like, I hate to use this term, he was like the ugly duckling of the group.
Yeah, I mean, you know, compare and contrast how Vince sees Shane versus how he sees Triple H. It's like Shane is the son he never wanted and Triple H is the son he wanted.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure he, you know, loves his son, you know.
Equally, yeah.
Equally, but it's just like...
On camera, it looks like...
Yeah. And that's why I said it was like Triple H and Shane, it was more awkward than Shane and Vince, because it's like Triple H just looked at him like, oh my god, I gotta hug you. Let's go ahead and get it over with. Oh my god.
It's like that one family member that doesn't like hugs.
Yeah. It's like y'all like each other, but it's like...
It's like, why the fuck couldn't you shake my hand?
Yeah. That's basically how it was. But anyway, they agreed to finally become the best tag team in the world.
Well, Shane finally gave in because Miz used the McMahon's words against him and asked the people if they wanted to see it.
Yeah.
So he's like, you know what? You better not screw me. Let's do it.
Yeah. He says, you screw me, there are going to be some hard consequences behind that.
So my question is, where's the heel turn and who's going to take it?
Good question. Because I kept reading somewhere they canceled that Shane heel turn, that supposed Shane heel turn.
Yeah.
So who knows? We'll see how this plans out. Anyway, we move on to Samoa Joe versus Jeff Hardy.
Yeah. Samoa Joe, can we say anything about him that we haven't said before?
I mean, one of the, if not the best talker on the mic.
Would you say that he's underutilized?
Yes.
There we go.
He is underutilized as fuck.
Do more with this man. Because you can give him a shit script and he will flip it and make it solid gold.
Yeah, it's just like you give him lines like, that shit don't make sense, but then when he says the lines, you're just like, please say more. That's how good he is.
Because I think he said the line, Samoa Joe is Jeff Hardy's new addiction.
Yeah.
And it sounds stupid on paper, but when Samoa Joe says it, he's got such a delivery behind it. It's just like, anybody else and that'd be dumb or gay, but Samoa Joe, and it's just like, oh my god, he's about to kill this man.
Yeah, that's why I said you look, it's like Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone. You're just like, please say more. Because he just has the voice of like a real serious actor.
It's not just his voice, it's the way he
delivers it.
Yeah, he delivers it.
I mean, it's just straight fire every time he opens his mouth.
It's like old school movie gangster, like, you know, when they threaten somebody. And it's not like an outright threat, it's just like, you ever notice how this happens? Then he goes into the detail of how the thing happens.
Yeah.
It's just like, you know what I'm getting at? Good to see we understand each other.
Right.
But yeah,
or it's just like that strict parent, like, it's like when their kid does something wrong, they looked at their kid and say, Do you understand what I'm saying? You know why not to do it again? Do you understand what I'm telling you? Good. Now don't do it again.
Anyway, another thing to take away from this from this match was apparently people put two and two together, and it looked like Jeff Hardy was rocking the same face paint that he rocked, well, the same design that he rocked at Victory Road 2011.
Really?
Now, pop quiz time. Why is Victory Road 2011 so synonymous?
Because that was the year where he had that shitty match with Sting.
That was that pay-per-view where he was shit-faced for his match with Sting.
Yeah, and Eric Bischoff literally, if you don't remember, let's rewind here.
A wrestling historian.
Yes, it was Victory Road 2011, TNA. The main event was Jeff Hardy versus Sting. Now, if you don't know, Jeff Hardy, he's talked about his problems with drugs and substance abuse and whatnot. He had one of the most shittiest matches of his career. This match lasted 90 seconds. Eric Bischoff literally had to walk down there and said, okay, we're done. Go ahead and stop the match. We're done. And you could see the look on Sting's face like, y'all paying me for this bullshit?
He didn't stop the match. He walked down the ring. He got in Jeff Hardy's ear and said, listen, this is the finish.
Yeah.
Because Jeff Hardy had to be helped to the ring.
Yeah. And you could see when he was walking down the ramp, like, he was not in the right mind.
Yeah.
And Sting hit the Scorpion Death Drop and pinned him 1, 2, 3. And he was just like, I can't believe I'm being paid for this bullshit.
Yeah, because the crowd was chanting, this is bullshit, and Sting just yelled out, I agree.
Yeah. He was pissed.
Yep.
And, he got in Jeff's ear again. He said, you need to go get help. And he took some time off. He got help. He came back, and he's the Jeff Hardy that we know now. So, thankfully, he's gotten help. But that match will go down as one of the all-time worst matches from any promotion in history, period.
Now, we could talk a lot about shitty matches, but yeah, that one takes the freaking cake.
Yeah, that was embarrassing. It was not only embarrassing for Bischoff, Sting, and Hardy, it was embarrassing for the company because they really had egg on their face that night.
Yeah.
It was really embarrassing.
Because I think Eric Bischoff said that he saw how bad Jeff was at gorilla position.
Yeah.
And he let him go out there.
Yeah. Now, that was his fault for letting him go out there. But, kudos to him for admitting that. For admitting his wrong. But that was just, ugh.
That was cut off. Anyway. But it's actually cool to see how all of this ties into this particular storyline.
Yeah. Now, Samoa Joe did win by disqualification because Jeff just kept throwing haymakers at him, just kept throwing fists at him. Referee tried to get him off, and they ended up brawling after the match. He threw Samoa Joe over the table until Jeff Hardy got choked out with the coquina clutch.
Yeah.
And, he got left laying on his face.
And Joe just basically had this look of, I'm going to kill this man.
Yeah, he did. He has that look all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Even in his promos, he just looks like, I'm going to fucking kill you, right?
Now, half the time it's, I can kill you, right?
Yeah.
This time it was, I'm going to kill this man. I'm going to kill this man. I'm going to kill this man. I'm going to eat some ice cream while I'm killing this man.
What flavor, though?
Vanilla.
Vanilla. Yeah.
Stained with blood.
Yeah. Knowing Joe, he'd probably eat that. No, I'm just kidding.
Anyway, next up was another great match this week. It was for the United States Championship. It was Shinsuke Nakamura defending the belt against RUSEV.
RUSEV Day on Christmas Day, which was also his birthday. So happy birthday to RUSEV. Anyway, before we talk about this match, I see where he bought his dad a new car for Christmas.
Oh, how nice.
Cool.
Wait, what kind of car did you buy him?
I don't know.
Oh.
I saw the car, but I didn't see what name it was.
No.
Anyway, this was a really excellent match.
Oh, yeah. Because, Steve said this on Going in Raw felt like a big fight feel.
Yeah, it really did. Now, we could go on and on about how Nakamura's title reign has been shit. And Rusev, they really haven't done much with him since his time with Aiden English. But I saw where Aiden tweeted about it, told Rusev, keep the belt warm.
Ooh.
So apparently they're going to start using him again. I doubt it, though.
Unfinished business.
Anyway, like I said, this match was a really back and forth, a really good match, and the crowd was on the edge of their seat.
Yeah, when the sound wasn't piped in.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, Rusev, he came. There were moments where he was very close to winning the match. Nakamura was very close to retaining the title, but it wasn't enough because Rusev Day is back. Rusev is now a 3-time United States champion after hitting the Machka kick for the 1-2-3.
And he and Lana just looked like they were excited. Shoot.
Yeah, because you could tell he was. I mean, he even dedicated his win to his mom. So that really says a lot. And hopefully they'll do some big things with Rusev down the line, being that he's got the belt around his waist again for the 3rd time. And then we ended the show with...
Yeah, until he loses it to Lars Sullivan.
Oh, God. Imagine Lars Sullivan beating him his first night.
Jesus Christ. Imagine the fucking height difference.
Good Lord. It's like Lars Sullivan, Rusev. He's definitely going to have some... He's definitely going to have to put on some strength to get the what you call it? The lock?
The accolade.
The accolade, yeah. He's definitely going to have some strength on a behemoth known as Lars Sullivan.
I want to see how he throws that leg up for that Machka kick.
Oh, my God. He's going to have to get on the top. He's going to get out on the middle rope to do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we end the show with what I thought was a weird segment. It was AJ Styles in the locker room walking. He was in the hallway walking to the locker room. He saw...
He looked happy as shit.
Yeah, he was just... He was like, "Hey, boss, you want to see me?" He was talking about Mr. McMahon, and Mr. McMahon was like, "You know, AJ,
Who are you?
Who are you?" He was like,
Well, I'm AJ Styles.
"I'm the phenomenal one, AJ Styles."
I'm the phenomenal one. I'm the face that built this place.
Yeah.
I'm the champ that runs the camp.
He was like, "Well, why is Daniel Bryan wrestling in your house? Why does he have your title? Why aren't you wrestling in your house?" He said, "I see that demon inside you, and I'm going to see it. Yeah, I'm going to see it, you son of a bitch." And then he slapped him.
And AJ just said, "Bam."
Yeah.
Stood over him and just yelled. Dude, you're already standing over him. Go full mount. Just start.
And then he just like pulled his hair back, and then here comes Jamie Noble, another official, and 2 referees.
AJ, what are you doing? Stop being so aggressive.
Jamie Noble was the loudest one out of everybody.
Stop being
The
aggressive.
other 3 were pulling him back, and Jamie Noble's like, hey, AJ, get out of here. What are you doing? Why are you being so aggressive?
Stop being aggressive.
Stop hitting the boss, AJ. You don't get paid for that. And then he just like, AJ just like tapped the door and walked out. I'm like, this was so weird.
The part that made me laugh was they cut back to Vince, who's laying on the ground trying to collect himself. One of the refs come up and ask him if he's okay. He's like, yeah, I'm just going to lay here. He's like, yeah. Now, I found it hilarious because...
This whole segment was hilarious.
Because Vince looked like he had finished in his pants, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of people are speculating that he's making fun of Being the Elite, because for those of you who don't watch Being the Elite, they had this segment after All In where the Bucks were basically trying to get Flip Gordon to go for those brass rings if he wants to stay on the show.
Yeah.
So there were these little segments where they would tell him this, and Flip would flip out and start super kicking people. And then there was one scene where he kicked both the Bucks and Marty Scurll, and every time he'd kick them, they would go, "Yeah, I like that. I want some more of that."
Oh my God.
But when he kicked Marty Scurll, Marty was just like, "Yeah, more of that. Yeah, more of that. Yeah."
Wow. Imagine if Vince actually watches Being the Elite.
"I want to sign all of those boys. I don't care how they're used. I want to sign them."
Who's that Flip Gordon guy? I heard he was in the military. Put him in the military gimmick. Yeah, I like that.
Put him as Sergeant Slaughter 2.0. We'll make him a Russian sympathizer down the line.
Oh my God.
The Young Bucks, the greatest tag team in the world. Why don't I have them? I have them now. 205 Live. Cody, I still have the Stardust gimmick.
Kenny Omega. Yeah, let's use that guy. He's going to be the next Roman Reigns.
He's going to be Seth Rollins 2.0. He's already got the black and blonde hair.
Who's that Hangman Page guy? Why does he have that noose?
Oh,
I don't know what to do with that guy. Put him on main event.
I know what to do with that guy. I know what to do with that news too. Give me the news, Hangman. You're gonna be Happy Sunshine Man. You're gonna be on Smackdown with the Good Brothers.
Oh my god.
We can't have you be the Hangman because that's gonna upset our sponsors.
Oh man. Who's that Marty Scurll? Oh wait, I can't sign him. He's signed with New Japan and Ring of Honor.
Besides that, he breaks fingers. I don't like that. I don't like it when people break fingers. I like that Pete Dunne kid when he bites fingers, not breaks them.
Oh my god. Wow, bro.
Why do those SCU guys hate everywhere they go except for Southern California? That's it. They like the South so much, we're going to bill them from Alabama. Hope they like country accents and fried chicken.
Oh man, that would be so racist. Remember the
How would that be racist? Every Southerner loves fried chicken.
unless you're a vegan or a vegetarian.
There are no vegans in the South.
I've met a vegan or two.
Or two.
Remember that what was that gimmick where they came out on lawnmowers?
The Mexicools.
The Mexicals, and how racist that was. He had those dudes come out and fucking lawnmowers.
Yeah, but fried chicken is the staple of Southern cuisine. Why do you think most people call it Southern fried chicken?
I mean,
Because we fry the shit out of everything, including fucking Twinkies and Oreos.
even ice cream.
Even bananas.
Ew. I like bananas, but I don't want my shit fried.
They fry bananas.
I don't even like green bananas. Green bananas taste like shit. They taste like chalk.
Because you're not supposed to eat them when they're green, dummy.
I'm just saying.
You're supposed
Old people eat them. Listen, I've seen old people buy a bunch of green bananas. I like them when they're their natural color anyway.
You eat them when they're yellow.
That's what I'm saying.
Don't be like old people. Don't eat green bananas. They're not ripe, stupid. Anyway, let's end the show there.
My God.
Yeah, that's Christmas Eve Raw and Christmas Day SmackDown.
If we're not mistaken, they're going to tape the New Year's Eve
I think they're taping the Raw one tonight.
and the SmackDown one, unless they're doing a house show tomorrow. If we're not mistaken, we could be wrong. But
I didn't hear they were taping SmackDown. I know they were taping Raw.
yeah, I think they're gonna tape SmackDown too.
Okay.
That way they have New Year's Eve and New Year's Day off.
Anyway, but yeah. Next episode we'll talk about the network stuff. We won't talk about 205 Live too in depth because all it was a clip show.
Yeah, Drake Maverick did make an announcement as far as the Cruiserweight Championship goes, but like we said, we'll just focus more on NXT and NXT UK.
Yeah, the other 3 hours of wrestling we have to watch on Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, that being said, stay tuned to our usual stuff. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Love his opinions, but hate his ugly face.
Yeah,
Check out his podcast. What's the podcast?
Prime Talk on the Castbox app.
Yeah.
I did upload my predictions for the New Year's Six Bowls and college football playoff, which start tomorrow.
Actually, they started today. Oh, wait, the playoffs start tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Thought you meant bowl games. I was like,
No,
actually,
the bowl games started on the 15th.
Yeah. The 15th.
Like, different bowl games,
Oh.
they started on the 15th.
Yeah, because I know they had the Cheez-Its Bowl the other day.
Who the fuck came up with that name?
The same people that came up with the Dollar General Bowl.
I could deal with that, but the Cheez-It Bowl? Now that's just pure laziness. That's just fucking lazy.
Who do you think Cheez-Its appeal to? Fat people.
My mom eats Cheez-Its.
Yeah, but majority of people that buy Cheez-Its are fat.
Well, my mom's not fat, I'm just saying.
I'm not saying your mom's fat.
I mean, I'm not saying that you said that. I'm just saying she likes Cheez-Its. My sister likes them.
I like Cheez-Its too, and I'm fat. See? I fit the fucking demographic.
Oh, that's just lazy. The Cheez-It Bowl. That shit's lazy. I did watch some of that game, though. That shit just sounded lazy as fuck.
Anyway, I'm War Machine MJ. He's Dicky, and we are the 3 Count Mafia, and we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
All right.